was 16 games without a home run, and then Aaron Judge answered in grand fashion. A grand slam to give the Yankees the lead and lead them to a victory. A big victory over the Red Sox. And now, it is time for baseball as the Yes Network presents New York Yankees baseball. It's the New York Yankees against the Boston Red Sox in Game 3 of a 4-game set from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, New York. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Yankees baseball, along with Paul O'Neill. I'm Michael Kay. What a victory for the Yankees yesterday. The stadium was electric, and number 52 for Judge was gigantic.
Well, we've been talking about it. He hasn't gone deep for a while, but you know what? Set a stage and give Aaron Judge an opportunity. Fastball, not good enough. And I don't want to say much here, Michael, because I just want to enjoy the highlights. It was bedlam here in Yankee Stadium. Number 52 and a big one, and a little bashful curtain call as well.
I'll tell you what a moment at the stadium for the fans that jammed into the ballpark. 52 home runs, 130 ribbies for Judge. Second season that he's done that. Seventh player in Major League history. And he's reached base 296 times. Last Yankee to reach base 300 times, it was A-Rod back in 2005. Well, the Yankees have won 3 in a row. Now they'll try to take 3 in a row against the Red Sox and make it 4 in a row overall. And what better guy to have on the mound than Garrett Cole? Last time out, he pitched very well.
Well, he's been pitching really well. I mean, we had a scare a few weeks ago in Texas when he walked off the mound, but it was nothing but a cramp. Last time in Chicago, really good stuff. Good knuckleball, curveball, good fastball. He's always been able to just dominate lineups. No run support whatsoever, but Garrett Cole looks like his old self.
If you look at the most recent start, 7 starts, he's 3-2, but look at the ERA, 1.58, 47 strikeouts in 40 innings. Everything looks great. The Yankees are looking for more of the same from Garrett Cole. Well, we mentioned yesterday just had a different feel to it. On the field, in the stands, and in the clubhouse afterward as the Yankees are creeping closer to clinching a playoff spot. Meredith Morakovitz has more when we return right here on Yes.
Libera tu espíritu ganador. Apuestas deportivas y cientos de juegos de casino. Disfruta de pagos en minutos, una plataforma segura y atención personalizada en todo momento. Pronostica, diviértete y lleva tu pasión al siguiente.
Game 3 of the 4-game series. Hey everyone, I'm Meredith Morakovitz. Yankee Stadium was absolutely rocking last night when Aaron Judge stepped to the plate in the 7th with the bases loaded. He'd go on to hit his 52nd home run of the year, giving the Yankees the advantage. One thing was clear, they were feeding off that crowd energy.
And I was rocking, especially in that 7th inning. You know, at bat after at bat, you know, for Doogie getting it started for us there with, you know, going down 0-2 quick and then battling back to get on base. It's kind of felt like a playoff atmosphere there in the 7th inning as you were kind of rallying. So we've been waiting for that, that's for sure.
I don't think there was anybody who wasn't going crazy on this side, even in the stands. I mean, what a hit, how clutch. I mean, I mean, words can't describe how cool that was. I mean, such a special moment, I think, deep in the season against a rivalry game and, you know, creeping up on the end of the year, coming close to playoffs. I think something that can really fire a team up.
Jazz came up to me, you know, after Judge hit the homer, and just to see our dugout erupt, to see Yankee Stadium erupt, you know, and he was like, this is pretty sick. And so that was one of those really cool regular season moments you get at Yankee Stadium.
Quick note on the lineup, Aaron Judge will DH today. You're going to see Jason Dominguez in center field. Giancarlo Stanton is available off the bench. Plenty more to come here on the Yes Network. When we get back, Garrett Cole will get the ball as the Yankees will try to pick up another win against their AL East rival.
Games, including the playoffs, 9-5, but the ERA. Let's just go ahead and do it, Michael.
They did it. 1-0.
Yeah, his ERA, 5.57 ERA, which is not usual for Garrett Cole. And feeling his fastball over his last two starts. Velocity has been up. Hitters are 2 for 22 against his fastball.
There's a strike against Duran, 1-1. Morgan Hudson, the home plate umpire. Hunter Wendelstedt at first. Charlie Ramos is at second, and John Tumpain over at third. High pop-up. Chisholm puts it away. Yankee defense is presented by defender Verdugo, Dominguez, and Soto left to right in the outfield. Infield Chisholm, Volpe, Torres, and Rizzo. That's third to first. Judge the DH. Wells will catch Garrett Cole. There's Rafael Devers. Boy, he has given Garrett Cole fits over the years. 8 home runs against Garrett Cole and 19 runs batted in.
Well, they share something in common with that 8 home runs, Michael. It's the most home runs Garrett Cole has given up to a hitter, and it's the most home runs Devers has hit off a pitcher.
So both by a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, he drilled him. So Devers takes first. All right, it's time for the keys to the game, brought to you by your local Kia dealers.
Well, best of the year. Great win last night. Probably the best. I mean, an exciting win last night. Michael, you were here. You can attest to that. 3 in a row. They won 3 consecutive games, all by 1 run, including 2 walk-offs and, of course, the big grand slam in the 7th last night. And stay close. Boston's bullpen is the major league's worst, 6.09 ERA since July 1st. And last night didn't help either late in the game.
1-0 on Tyler O'Neill.
Bring back old memories, Michael, when you say O'Neill to play?
Yes, good memories.
Yeah.
Hit sharply. This could be 2. There's 1. And there's 2. A 5-4-3 double play. And that'll do it for the Red Sox in the first. Red Sox nothing, and the New York Yankees coming to bat.
Ground ball up the middle. Polanco smothered.
A big hit by Gleyber Torres before Aaron Judge's home run. Let's take a look at the Yankees starting lineup brought to you by TikTok. Torres starts it off, then Soto and Judge. Austin Wells cleans up, batting 5th. Chisholm batting 6th. The 21-year-old Jason Dominguez. Bottom third of the order, Anthony Rizzo, Anthony Volpe, and Alex Verdugo. And they are facing the Red Sox young right-hander Brian Bayo. Bayo is 28 short, 13-7, 4.70 ERA. Let's check out the Nissan.
Up 7 runs in those first 2 games and an 0-1. Elevate, he is a ground ball pitcher. Good sinker, 51.5% ground ball rate, which is the 3rd best in the American League this year. And sinker slider change, that's it. I mean, he'll sink the ball, 4-seam it, and use a changeup. His slider's been somewhat better this year.
Gleyber Torres takes inside from Bayo. Last 26 games, Torres hitting .305 with a .393 on-base percentage. He has slipped into the leadoff role seamlessly. Pitch outside.
It's almost like he went to the leadoff spot and just all of a sudden felt a little pride about how he takes his at-bats. I mean, he's been swinging the bat much better from the leadoff hole.
And there's no way to really quantify it, but he takes 4.55 pitches per plate appearance. That has to help Soto, and it has to help Judge. They're seeing what the pitcher has before they get up to the plate. Fly ball, right field. Wilyer Abreu puts it away. Give you the Red Sox defense presented by Defender. You saw Abreu in right, Duran in center. O'Neill is over in left. In the infield, Devers, Story, Valdez, and Casas. And Danny Jansen behind the plate. Yoshida is the DH. Very simply put, Red Sox don't play good defense.
No, I mean, they're second to the Marlins and Ayers this year. They have 105. Marlins have 106. So, yeah, they don't catch the ball real well.
Soto shows bunt, takes low. 1-0. Let's check out Marvin Hudson behind the plate. Considered neutral, more outside strikes on righties, fewer inside strikes on lefties. He's been around a while, 27 seasons. He's the crew chief.
You know, when C.C. Sabathia retired and Colon, those were the last players in the major leagues that, you know, I felt relevant with because I played against them. There are still a few umpires left, and that's good to know. Marvin Hudson being one of them.
Game time weather presented by Bigelow, the official hot tea of the Yankees. Perfect. 77 degrees. Very slight chance of rain. 53% humidity. Wind blowing from right field to left field. So when guys like Hudson hang it up, you going to hang it up or what?
You know what? Every once in a while you look around and it's like you don't know the umpires or the players. You don't have any experience playing against them. So it's good to see somebody that was on the field when you played.
But you know what? You know the game.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know my partner next to me, too. We've been there, what, 20-some years you've been here?
23 years and then add your years as a player.
Wow. That's a lot.
Half your life. Let that sink in. Here's the 2-2 to Soto. Inside. Soto with 39 home runs, and for his career, 199 home runs. Tap right side. Casas to Bayo. 2 away, and that's going to bring up the hero from last night, the hero for the season. And that is Aaron Judge. You know, as you mentioned, Paul, I was at the ballpark with my family. And I was trying to find Aaron before the game today. He wasn't in the clubhouse when I was in there. I just wanted to tell him if he realized the joy that he brings to people. Just to see the absolute elation from the people in the crowd when that ball went into the stands. It was just amazing.
And your son as well, right?
Yeah.
Charlie up and down. I saw the video. That's awesome stuff.
you know, memories. That's what people talk about baseball. I mean, we've been with guys that have seen Mickey Mantle and Joe. They still have the same memories that your son Charlie got last night, right?
It was a great moment. There was an electricity crackling with energy, the crowd. It really had a playoff feel. It was a beautiful Friday night. And it just had that kind of feel of a big game. The 1-2. Now, you talk to Red Sox people, they feel that game probably put them to sleep last night.
Yeah, I mean, you cannot give away games at this time of the year. You know, they're 4.5 back in the wild card now, and, you know, it's just that you have to win every game possible that you have a chance. Last night, you know, that was a deflating loss, no doubt about it.
Judge down looking. The Yankees go down in order, and we'll go to the second inning. 0-0. Right here on Yes.
Well hit deep.
And bonus bets guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app today. 0-0 after 1 here at the stadium. Yoshida leads off against Garrett Cole. Jumps on the first pitch and skies it to center field. Here comes Dominguez, loses his cap, but makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. Come to Yankee Stadium to cheer on the New York Yankees. Scan the QR code or visit Yankees.com to purchase tickets. Here's Abreu. And a strike.
Abreu's been in the talk of Rookie of the Year, but he's really struggled in September. In 172, but still in the talk about it. But, you know, hopefully Wells and Heel from the Yankees get a lot of thought because they both helped this team immensely.
1-1 on Abreu. Cooking up something special with Hexclad in terms of wins above replacement. Wells is first, Cowser second, and Abreu third with Luis Heel fourth. Join the hybrid revolution at hexclad.com.
He was up a little bit last year, but still kept his rookie status. I brought him over from Venezuela, and he's having a breakout year this year. Only 25 years old, so good future ahead. you got to watch when you say that, only 25, because Juan Soto's only 25.
Yep.
He's accomplished a lot at that point, huh?
There's different 25s.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
Swing and a miss. Abreu down on strikes.
This is what you've seen in his last 5 or 6 starts. You know, just that velocity back, the life on the fastball where he's able to put hitters away up in the strike zone. Just outside the box, bat under it, strike 3.
Here is Casas. Missed about 4 months with a strained left rib cage. A big part of their youth movement.
Yeah, they're really scrapping to try to find somebody to fill the void at first base. Remember Bobby Dahlbach? They DFA'd him. He wasn't the answer. A young player that was supposed to be so good. Guess it's his turn to try to stay away from injuries and show Cora that he can play every day at first base.
One and one. He has 6 hits in his last 44 at-bats. Did he go? No, said John Tumpane.
That was pretty close, and if you look at that sequence, it was a fastball, a knuckle curve, and now a slider down and in to try to get a swing and a miss. Almost got it.
The 2-2. Missed with the knuckle curve, 3-2. And the right-hander deals the payoff. Strike 3. Casas down looking. And the Red Sox go down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Nothing here on Yes.
The Phillies than anybody else. That one's out to left. That's pretty well hit. Hernandez is going back on the run out to the scoreboard, and it is gone! Fly ball, right center. Yastrzemski has it! And Blake Snell has pitched the first no-hitter of his brilliant career here in Cincinnati.
Snell has thrown a
It's time for Pinstripe Pride, brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. And today's picture was submitted by Jenna. But boys are always showing off their love of the Yankees. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride. Mention yes in pictures you post to social media to reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers. We might spotlight you in a future game.
Seems like you're spotlighting somebody every day, Michael.
Every day.
Huh?
Running out of days, though.
We sure are. Good news for the Yankees. When you're up three games, you want to run out of games, right?
Magic number is 4 to clinch a playoff spot. A little bit more to clinch the American League East. 0-2. The Reds, should I say the Orioles, are in a little bit of a tailspin. Yesterday, they were getting perfect game. And then they lost 1-0 to the Tigers, and the Tigers are making a run now.
And I thought, it had to be Skubal. It wasn't Skubal either, right?
No, Skubal lost the night before to the Rockies.
Yeah. It's baseball season.
Yeah.
On the same kind of note, Leiter comes in last night, gives up a couple runs, gets the win.
Gets
right?
the win. So the Yankee lead is now 3 in the AL East. Postseason magic number you just saw on the screen is 4. And Bayo deals. Ground ball second base, Valdez. 1 down. Well, this October, Brooklyn Nets basketball is back on Yes as Nick Claxton and Cam Thomas lead a fresh new squad into a brand new season. Yes, we got Nets starting October 14th with a preseason game against the Washington Wizards right here on Yes. So here is Jazz Chisholm Jr. And when the crowd's going crazy after the Judge home run, the curtain call, Chisholm walks up to Boone and goes, "This is sick."
Yeah, well, if you haven't experienced some excitement, and especially in the playoffs at Yankee Stadium, you really, truly don't understand how much it means to play at home and have a big win.
And guys, Jazz actually talked to Aaron Boone before Aaron Boone hit that home run, and he just turned to him and said, he's about to turn this up. And he most certainly did. This crowd went wild.
Yeah, Boone has said that Chisholm's been wide-eyed by how loud the crowd is in big moments. And that's just, that's a Yankee crowd. And it does get amped up a little bit more as the playoffs approach.
Yeah, this seems like the lights get a little brighter, the grass is a little greener, and then the crowd's a little louder.
Chisholm's in a little bit of a slump in his last 9 games, 6 for 34, 177, and he's gone 14 games without a home run. Three and 2 on Chisholm. With the win yesterday, the Yankees clinched their 33rd straight home winning season. That started in 1992.
Yeah, it's so important to feel that home field advantage and win at home. I mean, when you play 81 games in the same ballpark, you've got to use it to your advantage.
Yankees will finish the regular season with 2 series here at home. There's a base hit to right field for Chisholm.
Michael, you work magic. It's the reverse jinx again. He has a little bit of a slump, not hitting real well. Well, okay, let's lead off with a single to the right side. Always a threat to steal. 35 stolen bases on the year.
I really have to be careful with this power I have, right?
Yeah. Don't say something bad or good about me. I'll be afraid to go home.
Here's Jason Dominguez, 2 for 10 since being called up. A walk and a stolen base. Chop foul. So Dominguez is in center today as Judge is the DH. Stanton, odd man out. He will rest today.
Yeah, you'd really like to see Dominguez get a couple big hits where, you know, he feels comfortable, you know, right when you're called up and there's so much pressure on you to do well immediately. You know, sometimes, you start digging yourself a hole, trying to force it. And he's done it through the minor leagues his whole career, being a great, especially from the left side, great hitter.
One and two on the man they call the Martian. Chisholm's at first, the first hit of the game for either team. Did he go? Yes, he did. Dominguez throws his head back in disgust, but he gets punched out by John Tumpane for out number 2.
Yeah, I got to agree there. And now that, 2 outs, Chisholm, I think, was trying to give him the hole on the right side. But Anthony Rizzo might want to take a pitch, see if you can get Chisholm in motion. Jansen behind the plate, not one of the better throwers, only 15% at stealing or throwing out base stealers.
Rizzo had a couple of hits in last night's game. He's reached base safely in 6 of his last 11 plate appearances over his last 3 games. Bottom of the second here on this Saturday afternoon. 0-0. 2-1 on Rizzo. So Bayo in his first 18 starts this year pitched to a 5.27 ERA. And his last 9, 3.66. High fly ball. Right field. Abreu in the corner. On the track, makes the play. And that'll do it here in the second.
Chisholm is tagging up for first base over there.
You don't do that with 2 outs.
With Greg Maddux for 10th all time.
Unless he gets gutsy and runs into an out.
There it is. Top 10 all time in strikeouts. Justin Verlander strikes out Abraham Toro. Moves past Greg Maddux. 3,372 career strikeouts for Verlander. The future Hall of Famer adds another list to an incredible career. And now he's in the top 10 all time in strikeouts. 3,372.
Third inning on the Montefiore Einstein scoreboard. It's 0-0. We have some guests in the booth. Danny Weiner, co-founder of Hexclad. Here's Danny right here. the official kitchenware partner of the Yankees and the Yes Network, and Justin Shankaro of T0 Studios, and he's the brains behind Bronx Buds, as we're bringing animation back to Saturday mornings, and we'll talk to Danny and Justin as we move along. And there's a pitch to story up high. We'll start with you, Danny. How did you get involved in this? Because you guys are the title sponsor of Bronx Buds.
Well, I want to thank you guys for having us here.
Of course.
It's, kind of always a dream come true as a growing up a Yankee fan. When we had the opportunity, we loved the idea of working with young people, and Justin had this great idea to create this cartoon series, and he spoke to us about helping out sponsor it, make it happen. And when we met with the Yes Network people, there was a synergy there, and it worked out great.
All right, so now we go to you, Justin. What part of your brain did this come out of?
Well, I'll tell you, we grew up, huge Yankees fans and baseball fans, and also we love Saturday morning cartoons. I just remember as a kid having that bowl of cereal and watching cartoons with my parents, and we wanted to bring that nostalgia back. And, it's working with the Yankees Yes Network, and the visionary Rainey Levine and John Littner has been just a privilege and an honor, and of course Danny and the whole Hexclad team. So it's been a blast, and we're having fun.
All right, so tell us what Bronx Buds is essentially about.
Bronx Buds follows our three leads, Riv, Bash, and Oscar, and they want to grow up one day and be big league baseball players. So they have this incredible team that they play in the Bronx, and we follow them on their baseball adventures. So they're playing on the field, and then each week they have a different adventure they go on, and there's themes of perseverance, and teamwork, overcoming obstacles, and just having fun with your friends.
It's so weird, though, because Saturday morning cartoons were a big part of my life.
Oh,
they've
the best.
Yeah, they've kind of disappeared, though.
It's a shame. I remember, getting excited September, the new ones were coming,
Yes.
and you wanted to wake up early. And
Looney Tunes, I didn't know if it was Bugs Bunny, if it was going to be the Roadrunner, anything. It was just entertaining. I couldn't wait. And you're right. Right after a nice bowl of Fruit Loops or something, we were ready to go.
Absolutely. So, kids nowadays, they don't have that same fun opportunity because they got the screens and they can get anything at any time. So being able to sit down with your parents and relish those moments on Saturday mornings is something nostalgic, and we wanted to bring that for the Yes app and soon to be the Gotham app.
All right, so it is available on the Yes app. It's a six-episode series, but the third episode of the series premieres today on Yes, right after the Yankee game, so give everybody a chance to see it and then watch the rest on the Yes app.
I need to see Michael on the show. I need a claymation, version of Michael on the show.
Yeah, a whole new character.
Absolutely.
He does his own voice work with it.
Nice.
We had Jack Curry on, and we had a really fun Coach Bud, Jack Curry. I played Coach Bud. It was Jack Curry, come on, Jack, and I was giving him baseball tips. So, of course, we got to have the two of you icons on as well.
Yeah, I just don't know if the screen's big enough for my head, so I said that for you first, Paul.
I was going to bring it up, but I'm glad you took over, Michael. You brought some trading cards here. This is good, and Oscar's off to a good start. He's hitting 450 on the year, Michael.
You'll take that.
Pretty good, right?
Oscar's doing great. He's the brainiac of the team. He's got scouting reports on every player. So, he's the catcher as well.
He's the analytic guy. Then.
He's the analytical guy.
Wow.
A catcher who hits for average. Yeah, his power, I don't know what to say.
You see, 32. No, he hadn't made home runs yet.
No.
But still, you go to arbitration at 450, you're doing all right.
Bash is our home run slugger. He hits him out of the park all the time. Aaron Judge is, of course, his hero.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, Bash got 15 homers. I looked at the back of his in 12 games. That's a pretty good start too.
Not bad.
Boy, he's in play. What kind of ball are they using?
Yeah, exactly.
The 2-2 inside. Danny, I have to ask you. You went to NYU. You said you grew up a Yankee fan. You want to be an actor. How did you get into being the genius behind Hexclad?
Just like every failed actor, I had to go to Plan B. Look, the biggest actor in the booth is Paul Seinfeld. When you find your second love, which for me,
Caught by Rizzo.
You can tell a true Yankee fan. You live it. I do the same thing up here.
We'll get your story at another time.
We'll do it another time.
Guys, thanks so much for coming by.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. That was a blast.
Steinbrenners as well.
Ground ball up the middle. Polanco smothers, flips it out of the glove. Rehot's a bare hand. Wow. In time, the double play of the year. Epic play all the way around. Wasn't sure he's going to get to it. The flip, barehanded, and then able to get the throw off to finish the double play. Yeah, Logan likes it.
Ohtani with a man aboard in one way. Smashes this ball. Forget about it. Marte doesn't even move. It's gone. 2-0 LA. The 176th of Ohtani's career. He stands alone for Japanese-born sluggers. 176 Major League home runs, passing Hideki Matsui.
His teammates know how special that was for him.
1-2. Strike. Well, oh, that pitch not going to count. We have a balk? Yeah, we have a balk. Yeah, I don't think he stopped. I don't think Boyle stopped. And Judge takes advantage. High, deep, and gone. Aaron Judge gives the Yankees a 2-0 lead. Well, that balk eliminated a potential strikeout. Exactly. And then Judge just smashed it to right field.
Here's the payoff. And a swing, and that ball's well struck. Deep out to right center. And on the chase, that one just off the wall. And that is in a big-time trouble spot. Langford into third, they'll wave him. Here he comes. There's the first big league homer for Wyatt Langford. And what a way to get it.
Follow Yes Network on TikTok for exclusive behind-the-scenes content, game highlights, and the latest Yankees news. Don't miss out. Join the ultimate sports community today. All right, we go to the bottom of the third inning. Anthony Volpe leads off. 0-0 on the Montefiore Einstein scoreboard. And the pitch is a strike.
We got no secrets on what's coming up in Bronx, but I thought we'd get some inside info.
No, you got to watch the show after the game.
The inning went too quick. You know that?
Pitch upstairs. Grounded up the middle, a base hit for Anthony Volpe.
Well, again, we talked about his slider being a little bit better. So far, not there. That ball had a little break on it towards the outside part of the plate. Volpe's able to cover it, drive it up the middle. And again, I think after last night's win, you really want to start putting pressure on the defensive part of Boston, and that's putting runners in motion, making them make plays defensively.
Verdugo takes inside, 1-0. Verdugo has 19 hits in his last 61 at-bats. That's .311. That's in 17 games since August 24th. Ripped to right field. It is a base hit. One hop up against the wall. Volpe will stop at third. Verdugo going to second, and he's out trying to stretch it into a double.
Yeah, again, Verdugo got thrown out the other day on a great throw. He actually slipped going around first base, and it didn't work out well for him going into second. But, you know, this is an aggressive play. Great at bat to get to this point. But as he was going to second base, you didn't see it there. He kind of slipped and stumbled, which cost him second. See, right out of the box, everything looks good. And then as he hit right there, just a little slip, and it kind of got him off a rhythm where he, you know, it cost him a couple steps.
With the infield in, Torres fouls it off. Close play at second. Good throw by Abreu, and a good tag by Story. So Volpe is at third with one out. And the 0-1. 1-1.
Talk about Bayo and how he is so good at 51.5% of keeping the ball on the ground. This is where you really got to work to stay under the ball, even that sinking ball, and elevate it somewhere to get Volpe in.
Two and one. 3-1. Check out Coors Light beating the pressure about Gleyber Torres. Last 26 games hitting .305 with 20 runs scored. And that's second in the American League, tied with Duran and Altuve. .393 on base percentage. That's pretty good for a leadoff hitter. Line drive, it's a base hit to right field. Volpe scores. It's an RBI single for Torres. And the Yankees lead 1-0.
Great at bat by Gleyber. You know, I've said it many times. I always feel like it's easier on a sinker ball pitcher to go the other way. You got a sinker up in the strike zone, but by going up the other way, you're kind of pushing it in the air over the drawn-in infield. They get much better than that. Stay behind the ball, drive it the other way. Yankees back on top. 1-0.
So here's Soto. He grounded out to first in the first. Casas having a drawn-out conversation with Gleyber Torres, like nose to nose. It's not an argument at all, but really invading space. Casas can talk. I don't know if you saw, he was on Sunday Night Baseball. The Red Sox were on Sunday Night Baseball, and he was injured, and they gave him the mic. I think he spoke for 12 straight minutes without taking a breath.
Just getting it all out.
Oh, man. One and one.
Yeah, I need short interviews, Michael. I've run out of words quick. You?
I've got some.
Yeah. I've seen some of your shows. You could talk.
I mean, that's kind of the rules of engagement, Paul. 2-1 on Soto. The 2-1. Line drive and off the glove of Valdez. And it goes into right center. Advancing to second is Torres. Not quite sure what happened to Valdez there, but the ball was in his glove and then it wasn't.
Wow, this is a day game. A lot of times as middle infielders, you have trouble picking up the ball out of the white shirts of the fans. Ball hit hard. Probably had a little knuckle to it, but yeah, kind of ate him up. We talked about the defensive problems of the Red Sox. Well, let's face it, that ball's got to be caught.
100 times out of 100 times. Haven't scored it yet. E4.
It's a fielder's choice in an E4, Michael.
Well, Andrew Bailey, the pitching coach, wants to settle down Bayo.
That will make the Boston Red Sox, that gives them 106 errors on the year, which ties the Marlins for the most in baseball.
So here's Judge, struck out looking in the first inning. Torres at second, Soto is at first. One man out, 1 run in, 1-0 Yanks. Fouled away. One on Judge. Now you look down, Judge with 52 homers on 130 ribbies. Those are the same numbers that Mickey Mantle had in his Triple Crown season, 52 and 130. But Mickey did hit 353 that year to win the Triple Crown. High drive, right field. Abreu on the track near the wall. And he makes the play. Heck of a play by Abreu. Tagging and going to third is Torres.
Judge trying to get a little cheapy there, right down the line, but it really ended up being a good play because as a right fielder, you know you have no room in the corner here. You got the wall, foul territory, a lot of things going on in your mind. And across, reaching across your body, a good play by Abreu.
Wells fouls it off. Only one other game going on in all of baseball. Kansas City leads Pittsburgh 1-0, bottom of the third. Next game starts at 3:05. That's St. Louis at Toronto.
I wonder why that happened. I mean, day baseball, that's what the weekends are for, right?
The Yankees are like one of the last teams. I think they've done research. Their fans like Saturday 1 o'clock games. But other teams, I guess, and I'm sure that TV comes into it as well, they play a lot of later games on Saturday. Runner goes. That one's popped up. Behind the plate, Danny Jansen makes the play, and that will do it. But the Yankees get a run on 3 hits, 1 error, and 2 men left. It's 1-0 Yanks.
High fly ball. Deep center field. Meadows is there! Parker Meadows thieves a home run from Raleigh. He planted, he jumped, and he made himself into a poster.
Oh, 6'5". Look at this.
1-0. And this ball in the air to deep center field. D'Elia hit another one. He just did. And he's tied it up. This ball is a little bit toward the end, but it's still deep, and it's gone. That is gone. That was over the orange line, I believe. This ball is touched to left center field. It's got a chance to be his third. How do you like that? A 3-homer game for Big Mike.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. It was 105.5 miles an hour.
No way. 105.5.
I can't believe my eyes.
No, that's not even on the FM dial.
That was unreal.
I don't even know if I want to high-five him. He might not be rated the next week.
Well, light your hand on fire.
Yes.
At least. 105.5. Punch out Tommy Edman.
Ball hit high in the air to center, hit pretty well, sending Jake Myers back, still going back near the wall. What a catch by Jake! He's done it again! Jake robbed Byron Buxton, and now he takes one away from Riley Green.
Jake going back and taking away some extra bases. He had to turn around over his right shoulder to into his left shoulder and then leaped up and made the play, and he was pumped.
Game at Yankee Stadium, one lucky fan wins half the pot, and the other half is donated to the New York Yankees Foundation. Buy your tickets now at Yankees.com/5050. One base runner for the Red Sox against Garrett Cole. Rafael Devers was hit by a pitch in the first inning and quickly erased on a double play. So Garrett Cole has faced the minimum 9 batters over 3 innings. Valdez hit a line drive to Anthony Rizzo to end the third. Fly ball center field, backing up Dominguez. 1 down. And that'll bring up Devers. And they intentionally walk him with nobody on and one out. He did say last week that the player that gives him trouble is Rafael Devers. And we told you the 8 home runs, that's kind of incredible what he just did.
And guys, it's funny. This is Hispanic Heritage Month, and they had a Spanish-speaking press conference the other day, and Garrett Cole was a part of it. And he was asked, what Latin player gives you the most trouble? And without hesitation, he quickly goes, Rafael Devers. I spoke to Aaron Boone today about why he thinks Devers gives Cole such a tough time, and he simply said, well, he's one of the greatest players that's playing the game right now. He's had success against a lot of other pitchers, but it's clear that Garrett has trouble with them. He has a game plan. It's down to execution. For whatever reason, it seems like he can't execute all the time when Devers is at the plate.
He took a long time to deliver that ball to the plate. Devers noticed it right away, took off, and he steals second.
Yeah, I mean, this is a point. You're going to walk me. I'm just going to go ahead and cheat steal. It's only his 3rd stolen base of the year, but just a running start right there.
Paul, I don't know if I get it. You're up by 1 run. If he hits the ball to the Grand Concourse, it's 1-1. Now you're putting a guy on base. It's just weird.
It was odd. I mean, when you said that, I was looking down. I'm like, what? Really? Because I mean, I understand you can pitch around guys and try to get him to swing at pitches off the plate. But, you know, this is something I'm sure that was thought before the game that, you know, if we get an opportunity, I'm just going to walk in.
Wow. Again, Devers is a great player. He's hitting .277 with 28 home runs and 81. It's not 52 and 130 like Aaron Judge. And you're the reigning Cy Young Award winner. It's a curious decision. Snap throw to second, and Devers dives back. And I'm sure Meredith will ask all the questions on the postgame show, but that I haven't seen that very often.
Well, the story's still going on here, too. Whether Devers, you know, crosses the plate or, well, Cole was able to get out of this.
Well, now you got yourself in a jam. So you intentionally walk the guy with nobody on, and now you walk a guy with a guy on. So it's 1st and 2nd with 1 man out.
They get you all flustered, don't they, Michael?
I'm just fascinated when decisions like this are made. I like to know the intricacies of why they would do that.
Meredith, keep that in your notebook, all right? We want to know all the scoop.
Paul, it's #1 on the list so far.
Very nice.
Got it down. I'll text you when you're on your way home and I'm still at the ballpark. Let you know what he says.
Now, it also begs the question, Paul, did he drill him on for a purpose rather than intentionally walk him? Because 1 out in the 1st inning.
I'm sure that, you know, Boston, it crossed their mind, but it was a cut fastball. And usually, you know, if you're going to hit somebody, you're going to hit him with a fastball, a 4-seamer. But that was a cutter, and his reaction, I looked at it immediately. It just, you know, he tried to keep it in on him and ended up hitting him.
Scoop the other way, and that's in there. And that intentional walk just cost you a run. And that's the first base hit, an RBI double by Yoshida, and the game is tied at 1.
Well, Yoshida has had a lot of success against the Yankees. A couple big home runs, and now a double here. A backdoor cutter, and he stayed with it and just looped it down the left field line into the stands.
What's the old saying, too cute for school?
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes you do overthink things, and it didn't work out to this point, obviously.
The thing that even makes it more curious, that's not Joe Schlabotnik out on the mound. That's Garrett Cole.
Yeah. How was Joe? Did he have good stuff?
No, he didn't have good stuff, so then you could understand it.
Joe struggled?
Joe struggled. A lot of junk, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Look, this is Garrett Cole. There's a base hit. O'Neill scores. They're going to wave Yoshida. Here's the throw from Soto. And Yoshida is in there. It's a 2-run single for Abreu, and it's 3-1 Red Sox.
A couple base hits, and it's really, you know, that Boston has cashed in here. The breaking ball that just didn't have a lot of bite on it ends up in the hole on the right side. It's going to go score a couple.
And there's a strike. Grounded to Rizzo. There's one. Back to Rizzo. It's a 3-6-3 double play to get out of further trouble. But a 1 out, nobody on. Intentional walk leads to 3 runs.
That one is blasted deep to right field, and the Phillies get this road trip off on a good note. It's his 12th leadoff home run of the year. Oh, man, he drills one to deep right field, and that one is gone. His second home run of the game, and a high fly ball to deep right field. They've come all the way back. Kyle Schwarber's 3rd home run of the night. Unbelievable.
You talk about making a statement.
Nickname of Polar Bear. He sends one deep to right field. Ranging back is Nootbaar at the wall. There it is. History for Pete Alonso. Home run number 200. Just the 4th Met all time to hit the mark. And he slashes the Cardinal lead in half.
200 home runs on his way for many, many more.
Ball hit high in the air to center, hit pretty well, sending Jake Myers back, still going back near the wall. What a catch by Jake! He's done it again! Jake robbed Byron Buxton, and now he takes one away from Riley Green.
Jake going back and taking away some extra bases. He had to turn around over his right shoulder to...
Well, we go to the bottom of the 4th. This is Cole walking into the dugout after that inning. And Aaron Boone goes down and talks with him in the runway. Cadillac scoreboard 3-1 Red Sox over the Yankees. Jazz Chisholm will lead off. He's 1 for 1. So we looked it up. The earliest bases empty intentional walk by the Yankees on record. There's 2 of them. They were both in the 6th inning. Fritz Peterson intentionally walked Frank Howard in 1970. And Roy Sherrod walked Al Simmons intentionally in the 6th inning in 1930. This one was in the 4th inning, and Garrett Cole was pitching a no-hitter.
You know, the only thing I can think of, and Aaron Boone, you know, follow him down if he was on the same page, if they had talked to this before, but you know, he hit him his first time up, and it was just like, you know, I'm not going to miss out over the plate. If I miss in and I'm going to hit you, okay, but maybe he does not want to go back in there and hit him again, because then you're going to have issues. But yeah, it's strange. I mean, there's no way around it.
And if he retires the side without allowing a run, it's just, okay, that's curious. But now you gave up 3 runs, and so it's going to really be analyzed and scrutinized. I mean, that's all that's going to be questioned.
Well,
post game.
At least you're not on the radio tomorrow. You don't have to answer all the fans' questions, right?
They'll remember this one for Monday.
You don't think it's going to go away anytime soon?
The thing is, maybe it's me. I look at Garrett Cole as one of the greatest pitchers I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
He's just that great. And for him to do that, it's just, it's again, curious.
Very.
Three and two. And Bayo rocks and deals. And Chisholm works a walk. So he's been on base twice against Bayo. Lead-off walk here in the fourth.
Well, that decision's over with, and now you got to get back at hand and not let something like that just take you completely out of the game. I mean, jump back in this game, try to get a lead again. Obviously, we talked about the bullpen problems of Boston, so get close, stay close, and chances are you'll have a chance at the end.
Just got in. Looked like Wendelstedt was about to punch him out, and Costas signals to the dugout to take a look at that. And they're going to challenge.
No, we'll get a good replay here. Looked like the ball beat him. Yeah, he's out.
Well, the challenge replay brought to you by Citizens Made Ready. Now, he got picked off on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Runners on first and second. Wells at second. He got too far off and then got gunned down by the catcher.
It was definitely looked like he was leaning one in to steal a base here. Cassis looked like he got it. Just got caught, and you know that the last thing you want to do as a base stealer is get caught.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is out. Boston will retain their challenge.
It seems like the new way to take leads, we see it with Volpe, is the hop like that. But if you're in the middle of a hop, you're going to get picked off.
Yeah, I never understood that. I mean, I wanted to get my lead and then immediately, and then you can go either way. But obviously, if you can time that hop, it helps you steal the base. But you're right, Michael. If you get caught in the middle of a step or that hop, you're a dead duck at first base.
The 2-0, right back to Bayo. Two-way. So it's been a weird day for Chisholm. You know, he singled in the second inning, and after Dominguez struck out, Rizzo hits a fly ball to right, and he's tagging up with 2 outs, and now he gets picked off.
A little early day game?
I guess. Oh, and 2. Three-1 Red Sox. 3 runs in the top of the fourth for the Red Sox. Yankees had their run in the bottom of the third. Two and two. on Anthony Rizzo. And the pitch. 3-2. Takes it himself. Well, this one is not for the DVD. Get rid of that inning and move along.
Rookie Adrian Del Castillo in his second major league game. It's a fly ball to right field, and he's the first player in Diamondbacks history whose first career home run is a walk-off winner. Diamondbacks win it. Unbelievable. His second big league game. That's his third hit tonight. His first major league home run is a walk-off winner.
All right, now chance if you're Jackson Holliday. He's gone 0 for 2 in his first game back with the Orioles.
Holliday drills in. Right field. Down the line. Grand slam. The happiest of holidays. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, Jackson is here.
The first Major League homer for Jackson Holliday. It's a grand slam.
It's this ball hard, way back to right field. Soto doesn't even move. Ohtani has homered in the All-Star game.
28 so far in the regular season. And in his second at-bat in the All-Star game, he launches a no-doubt 3-run home run.
Well, he is so strong, so tall, and has leverage with that bat in the zone. I believe he gets a split in the middle of the plate and didn't miss it. He hasn't missed many with the Dodgers.
Salvi got tied up some, but he hits it deep to left field. McNeil at the wall with Nimmo, and Nimmo almost put it over the wall.
I think it got the railing behind the wall.
Yeah, I think it's a home run.
No doubt.
Yeah.
That's easy.
It is a home run. 250 career home runs for Salvador Perez.
Paul, it is time for pitching decisions presented by Sage.
This isn't a decision you like to talk about, Michael, but it was a decision that costed Garrett Cole 3 runs. A couple base hits came after that, and again, I don't know if Aaron Boone even knew this was going to happen. But you know what? Garrett Cole's a great pitcher. He's got to bounce back and hold the Red Sox right where they are.
Story rips one foul. Served into right field. It is a base hit in front of Soto. A single for Story to start out the 5th.
Well, you haven't seen much of this lately. A fastball hit off Garrett Cole. That's a good four-seamer. It's rifled to right field. Trevor Story, boy, when you look at what he did in Colorado and then coming over here to Boston, you expected huge numbers, and injuries have just derailed him every single year. He had a fractured shoulder this year, Tommy John surgery last year, a broken hand the first year over. And you're talking about a guy that signed a six-year, $140 million contract, and it just has not been able to stay on the field for the Red Sox so far.
Chasing back Story. Well, they didn't think they were getting him back after the shoulder surgery. They really didn't. And then the rehab was going so well, and their defense is so bad. So when they had an opportunity to get him back, maybe for the final 3 weeks, they jumped at it. Runner goes. Throw to second. Stolen base for Story.
Remember Boston, they
took this to their advantage early in the year, just running every opportunity against the Yankees. That game in June, Michael, where the Red Sox had 9 stolen bases. Marcus Stroman on the mound, Trevino behind it just everything worked to their advantage that night.
And after that game, Paul, the Yankees really did tighten things up. You know, Wells has done a good job above average behind the plate. They've kept runners close. The pitchers have to help as well. But they will run if they get a chance, because that's part of their game. They've got a pretty athletic team. Valdez is on deck. 3-2 on Jansen. Yeah, you do wonder, Paul. I mean, we can't get inside anybody's head. He's cruising until he issues that intentional walk, and now everything is just falling apart.
Yeah, it seems like he's fighting himself right now. And again, you got to realize, you got to look in the mirror. You're Garrett Cole. You're one of the better pitchers in baseball. And it's a 3-1 game, and you've got to believe that the Yankees offense is going to put up some runs for you, but you got to battle, get that out of your mind, and get back to shutting them down.
On Valdez. Valdez lined out sharply to Rizzo in the 3rd inning. And a strike. 2-1.
Garrett Cole gets the call there. 97 just off the outside corner.
High fly ball. Soto makes the catch. Tagging is Story. The throw comes into Volpe at second. So runners on the corners with 1 out. Top of the order coming up.
Yeah, the tough at bat right here for Garrett Cole to try to save a run here. Even if you keep the ball on the ground, Duran runs so well. Good solid hitter. And when you think about what he is doing this year, he had 3 hits last night, and he's put together a season. Be the first season in Major League history. 40 doubles, 10-plus triples, 20-plus home runs, and 30-plus stolen bases. That's quite a year.
Foul back to the screen. Gets clipped, and that's going to load the bases now. That'll bring up Devers. No place to intentionally walk him now. It's going to have to be Cole against Devers with the bases loaded and 1 out. Here comes Matt Blake to talk things over. Well, Devers has the 8 home runs in his career against Cole. Let's take a look at them on StatCast 3D by Google Cloud. 4 of them off the four-seamer, 3 off the changeup, 1 off the slider from left center to right.
Yeah, the four-seam, I mean, Garrett Cole, obviously one of the better four-seam fastballs in baseball, but Devers can catch up to anything, so you kind of take that away. It's got to be located very well. The one pitch that he has been throwing a lot is a knuckle curve, and you didn't see that on the graphic that he's caught up to one of those yet, so might be a way to go about trying to get Devers out here.
Well, the baseball gods work in mysterious ways, so now they have the bases loaded, and Cole has to pitch to Devers. Let's see how he handles them. Devers 14 for 41. Lifetime against Cole with 8 home runs. Cole works from the windup. Missed outside, 1-0. Cole hit Devers in the first inning, and then intentionally walked him with 1 out, nobody on in the 4th. That one is driven into right center field. It is a base hit. Cut off by Soto. 1-run scores. 2-run score. Stopping at third is Duran. Devers with a 2-run single, and it is 5-1 Boston.
Well, it was a knuckle curve, but it wasn't a good one. It kind of hung out over the middle of the plate, and it's almost like Devers is in Cole's head right here. You try to make the perfect pitch, and you kind of hang that breaking ball, and Devers just stays right with it and lines it into right center field.
That brings up O'Neill, first and third, 1 out. And that hits O'Neill. Third hit batter, bases are reloaded. And quite frankly, after the intentional walk, the wheels have come off.
Yeah, he has not had his location now. He's trying to get this ball in, not allow him to extend his arm, but again, just ticked his knuckle, looked like on the bat. Garrett Cole is like anything that can go wrong is going wrong right now.
So here's Yoshida, bases loaded, 1 out. Again, working from the windup. And that got Wells, 0-1.
He went with the fastball in. He got it by him, but right back to Wells. Ouch.
And they want to check on Wells. Tim Meza up. Last 7 starts for Cole. He pitched to a 1.58 ERA. Given up 5 so far. 1 out into the 5th, and the bases are loaded. 9 of 11 batters have reached base safely. 5 runs have scored since the intentional walk to Devers. The 0-1. Snap throw to first. Getting back is O'Neill.
Got an opportunity here now if you're Garrett Cole. You got to figure out what you can get a strikeout with, whether it's that slider down and in, the knuckle curve, or the fastball up outside the strike zone.
Ground ball and through for a base hit. 2 more runs scored. O'Neill goes to third. It's a 2-run single for Yoshida, and the Red Sox lead 7-1.
It looked like he went for that backdoor breaking ball and just got some of the plate with it. Yoshida stayed with it. Here comes Aaron Boone. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of questions to be answered, obviously, if you're Garrett Cole.
Just the oddest outing that you could ever imagine. Pitching a no-hitter, then intentionally walking a man with one out, nobody on. And he's hearing it from the crowd right now. A rare, non-competitive outing by Garrett Cole, one of the best pitchers in the game and the reigning American League Cy Young Award winner.
Wow, 105.
Can't let anything go by.
105.
105.1. That was a legit 105 right there. That's
Strike three call, 105 on the inner edge. 105 miles an hour. Catches Machado looking, and all he can do is bow to the great Aroldis Chapman of the Pirates.
Here's the payoff. And a swing, and that ball's well struck. Deep out to right center. And on the chase, that one just off the wall. And that is in a big-time trouble spot. Langford into third, they're waving. Here he comes. There's the first big league homer for Wyatt Langford. And what a way to get it.
High fly ball. Deep left center. Doyle back. See ya. Boarding flight 50. 50 home runs. Aaron Judge has done it again. Amazing.
Well, Michael, that's 50. I'm going to give him the silent treatment because you know what? I'm really out of words. I don't know what else to say other than to listen to you say, see ya.
Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Buick. Visit your local Tri-State Buick dealers. By FanDuel. New FanDuel customers can get $200 in bonus bets, guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. By Hyundai. With a brand new Hyundai, there's joy in every journey. And by the New York Lottery. Get out there and play. Tim Meza deals a ball to Wilyer Abreu as Meza comes in relief of Garrett Cole. First and third, one man out. Right back to Meza. There's one. And there's two. Now Abreu is saying that he's safe. We'll see if they challenge. But at this point, it's a 1-6-3 double play.
Naked eye looked out.
Nope, no challenge, so he is out. Meza does the job. That's how close it was.
Wow, 105.
Can't let anything go by.
105.
105.1. That was a legit 105 right there. That's
Strike three call, 105 on the inner edge. 105 miles an hour. Catches Machado looking, and all he can do is bow to the great Aroldis Chapman of the Pirates.
And that will set the stage for Xavier Edwards. Selfishly looking for a single to complete the cycle. Towards short, Adames has it, gets rid of it quick, and he's safe! It's a single, and it's a cycle!
The second ever cycle in Marlins franchise history belongs to Xavier Edwards. It took 30 years, a rise, and now Edwards.
There goes Ohtani. Pitches in the dirt. Ohtani's stolen second. 43rd for Ohtani.
It's time for today's injury report, brought to you by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees. Ohtani, not a 0% chance of Ohtani pitching in postseason. So I guess there's a chance. It's not 0. Wow. Jacob deGrom, first start in 504 days, 3 2/3 innings, 4 hits, no runs, 4 strikeouts, 61 pitches.
I hear he was throwing like 98, 99. I mean, it's a name you haven't heard in a while, deGrom.
You know what? It's great for baseball.
Yeah.
You know, he's so unbelievable on the mound, but he just kept getting hurt. Maybe he's finally fixed it now, and he gives the Rangers a couple of years of greatness. High fly ball off the bat of Volpe. O'Neill, 1 out. Red Sox were in the bottom of the 5th inning. Red Sox with 3 in the 4th and 4 in the 5th. Oh, and 1.
Yankees got a big hole to jump out of here, but you know it starts with just single at bats. You know, move a guy over. You saw it last night with the big deficit. All of a sudden, a couple walks, a base hit, then a bomb by Aaron Judge. So, you know, a lot of outs left in this game. But you just can't wait.
2-2 on Verdugo. Verdugo singled off the one hop off the right field wall in the 3rd, and then got thrown out, trying to stretch it into a double. 3-2 on Verdugo. And he walked him. No, that's not going to make Alex Cora happy. You have a 6-run lead. You're walking somebody when you went 0-2 on him.
Yeah, and you can see Bello. I mean, he has control issues with that sinker. He gets so much sideward movement that, you know, he can't find that outside corner going away from a lefty.
There's Gleyber Torres. He's driven in the Yankees' only run, a single right field in the 3rd. Bello in March officially became a big part of the Red Sox future. He signed a 6-year, $55 million extension. You know what, Paul? If it works out, it's an absolute bargain. An absolute bargain. If you know, if he doesn't pitch well, then the Red Sox took a chance.
And we just had Bobby Witt Jr. leave with Kansas City. I mean, look at what he signed, $180 million. It sounds like a boatload, but if he goes and has the kind of year he's had this year, boy, the Royals are getting quite a bargain, huh?
Well, what the player is gambling on, and God forbid if he gets hurt.
Yeah.
And then you've got your money. But if you believe in yourself and you don't think you're going to get hurt, and you're going to put up big numbers, going year to year probably gets you more money. But it doesn't give you the security.
No.
And there's a lot of young men that have grown up in impoverished backgrounds, and you know, the lure of $55 million, thinking that I never thought that I could have that kind of money, so they do it.
Again, I mean, you talk about a cut rate, but you know, $180 million is not a cut rate. I mean, it's a boatload of money. Only we can dream about bringing home paychecks like that.
Missed outside to Torres in the count. 3-2. Slice the other way.
Well, a tough pitch to foul off right there. Good job by Glaber. That ball's just off the outside corner. Not and as a hitter, you can't depend on getting the call. You just kind of swat it away, foul it off.
Verdugo's at first, held by Casas. Chop to Valdez against the force, and the throw is high. It's over the head of Casas, but backing up is Danny Jansen. So it's 2 away with a runner on first. Time to name that Yankee, brought to you by Prevision, #1 pharmacist recommended memory support brand. It's considered easy, Paul. So now, please don't take offense at this, because you know how I feel about you.
Yeah.
You just got that and nobody gave it to you?
Well, no, it was just I saw the Yankees and then I saw the Cleveland thing behind it, and it immediately came to me. I don't know why.
All right. I've got to take it at your word.
You always have, right?
Yeah, I do. 1-2 on Soto. Soto was 0 for 2 against Bayo. Runner at first, 2 men out. Left-hander Bailey Horn is warming for the Red Sox. Red Sox lead 7-1. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Fly ball left field. O'Neill fighting the sun and putting it away for the final out. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. 5 in the books. It's 7-1 Boston. and 2 strikeouts. A very odd, unexpected outing by Garrett Cole.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it to the point where why do you talk about it anymore? But he was not the same after the intentional walk. It's just like something clicked in his mind, and, you know, what have I done? And the next thing you know, the 3 spot didn't bother me in the 4th, but, you know, when you give up the 4 spot in the 5th right after that, it looked like Garrett Cole just kind of lost his concentration. But you know what, Michael? If the playoffs started tomorrow, I'd be happy to give him the baseball.
Absolutely, and he'll get it. Foul ball, 1-2. Casas, Story, and Jansen against Tim Meza, who got the final 2 outs in relief of Cole in the 5th. Strike 3. Tough day for Casas. He is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a double play. Today, immediately following the game, stay tuned for the latest episode of Yes's animated series, Bronx Buds, and join Riv, Bash, Oscar, and others for a baseball adventure around the Big Apple. Then watch more episodes streaming exclusively on the Yes app. Bronx Buds is presented by Hexclad. Trevor Story takes a strike. Line drive, it's a base hit. Story's 2 for 3.
After the strikeout, Meza tried to get that ball inside and didn't quite get to the inside corner. Story's able to line it up the middle.
We're in the 6th inning, 7-6-1 for the Red Sox, 1-4-0 for the Yankees. Jansen takes upstairs, 1-0. Traded to the Red Sox from the Blue Jays, and because of that, on August 26th, Paul became the first player in Major League history to play for both teams in the same game. He was batting for the Blue Jays on June 26th when the game in Boston was suspended in the 2nd inning. Then he was traded to the Red Sox on July 27th for 3 minor leaguers, and he took over behind the plate when the suspended game resumed during his own at-bat when Dalton Varsho pinch hit for him. He's always done well against the Yankees. A .279 career average against the Yankees, and against everyone else, .216. So explain that.
Yeah, he's always been a fairly good defensive catcher, but offensively, kind of holds his own. But I mean, you break it down, 44 games, he's got 10 home runs against the Yankees.
Up the middle, there's one, and not in time for the double play.
You see some of these awkward double plays. I mean, they look like sure double plays, but because of the shifts and the positioning, you get guys off balance, and just an extra step there from Volpe not getting able to get rid of the ball allows Jansen to beat it to first.
Here's Emmanuel Valdez. Fly ball, left field. Verdugo is there and makes the play, and that'll do it. No runs a hit, and 1 man left. Let's go to the bottom of the 6th, 7-1 Boston.
You have a reputation as one of the star players on the team, Leo, and have had your fair share of time in the spotlight this season. You're happiest under the shining stadium lights, but you also know that you need a break to ensure that you're in top shape for the postseason. You're still a major asset to the team, even when you're putting in work away from the field.
One-two. High fly ball. Deep center field. Meadows is there! Parker Meadows thieves a home run from Raleigh. He planted, he jumped, and he made himself into a poster.
All 6'5". Look at this.
Hey, Jordan hits one high, hits one deep. In Mexico, it's gone for a two-run home run. The big man makes it a 3-2 game as he crushes one to right center. And an infield hit, and Jordan drills one deep to center field. Oh, my goodness. Jordan with a multi-home run game.
First home run, 461 feet. That home run, 461 feet.
Come on.
Out towards center field, hit pretty well. Hill a long way back and makes the catch and slams into the wall. Then he feeds Sanchez, who gets it in quick. But here comes the throw home. Out! What a relay from the Marlins.
Aaron Judge leads off the bottom of the sixth, and we take a look at stats with Lowe's. He's first in the majors in home runs, ribbies, on-base percentage, slugging, OPS, walks, and wins above replacement.
They got stuck on first there. Couldn't change it, huh?
You know what? He doesn't want him changed.
Wow.
Grand slam last night, his 8th career grand slam. And Judge gets thrown behind now. Is that retaliation for the 3 Red Sox batters that have been hit?
Well, the Devers one, it looked like a cutter from Garrett Cole, and his reaction looked like, and then he did pitch around him. But, it's very hard to throw behind a guy like that unless it's attention.
Right. Now, he's probably up against being taken out. He's got 93 pitches. Would you be surprised if he tries to hit him again?
Yeah, because then it's too obvious, and you're going to have an issue. You've already sent a message.
1-1. There's an old saying in baseball, even if the 3 hit by pitches by the Yankees were not on purpose, the manager of the Red Sox is going to say, well, you got to be more careful.
Yeah, enough's enough. And again, it looks like Aaron Judge, this is an uncomfortable at bat, not knowing whether, he's going to get smoked in the thigh or they're just going to pitch around him or give him something to hit. This is an uncomfortable at bat.
3-1. You've been up at the plate when you thought you were going to get hit, right?
I know when you're going to get hit. Believe me, it's uncomfortable. You start to turn before the guy even lets go of the ball.
Three and two. Judge 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly ball to deep right. And Bayo deals. That's rocketed into right center, but right there is Duran to make the play.
What Duran to me, Michael, is he's an all-around player. And he does things offensively. He's got great speed. Runs him down the center field. Cora coming out there. That's going to be it. Pitch monster got it.
I think he was out there for one thing, and he failed at it.
Yeah, he threw it behind him. That's a hard guy to miss, Judge, huh?
So they call on the lefty to face Wells and Chisholm. 7-1 Red Sox.
Rookie Adrian Del Castillo in his second major league game. It's a fly ball to right field, and he's the first player in Diamondbacks history whose first career home run is a walk-off winner. Diamondbacks win it. Unbelievable. His second big league game. That's his third hit tonight. His first major league home run is a walk-off winner.
Tyler Fitzgerald, who's hit a home run in each of the last 4 games he's been in. Swing, and he hits a high drive deep to left field. And has he done it again? Yes, he has. Way back into the Dodger bullpen. Now that is an amazing feat. That's the 5th game in a row in which Tyler Fitzgerald has hit a home run.
Well, he gets a hanging breaking ball. You've been standing upstairs to this guy right now, and he's going to make you pay.
Merrill is grounded to short. Homered is flied out to center. 1 for 3. High drive, right field. Towards the Petco porch, down the line, and gone! Second straight day the Padres have walked it off. This time it's the kid. Jackson Merrill, second home run of the day, wins it for the Friars, 5-4.
Slider down and in. That's the danger zone. What a way to complete the sweep.
On Yes is brought to you in part by Bet365. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. By Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. And by Delta, the official airline of the New York Yankees. Delta, keep climbing. Bailey Horn takes over. This will be his 16th game. Well, since July 6th, or since the beginning of July, actually, 6.09 ERA for the Red Sox bullpen. That's the worst in baseball, and that's been part of their downfall.
Yeah, you got to be able to close out games, and last night was a perfect example.
And the pitch to Wells is out of the strike zone, 1-0. Horn's 26 years old, made his major league debut on June 29th. And he was actually called up today again. Cam Brewster and Zach Kelly were sent down with Horn and Zach Penrod coming up. Penrod, also a left-hander. This is Horn's 3rd organization this year. Started with the Cubs, went to the White Sox, now the Red Sox. Throws about 60% what they call sweepers, and his fastball averages about 95 miles an hour. Grounded and under the glove of Devers and into left field. As Wells will reach. Devers made a couple of spectacular plays last night, but he is still not the perfect third baseman by any stretch.
Yeah, he's not a gold glove third baseman, but he's much better than he was. I think Alex Cora really put an emphasis to get him better defensively. You point out day games. It's really hard to pick up the ball as an outfielder, let alone an infielder, where you don't have a lot of time to react.
Scored an E5. Here is Chisholm. 1-0. Yankees down by 6. We're in the 6th. 7-1. Red Sox lead. Jason Dominguez is on deck. Oh. 3-0. And there's ball 4. So the Yankees with runners on first and second. One man out. That brings up Dominguez. Now, Dominguez is a decidedly better hitter left-handed than he is right-handed. As Andrew Bailey wants to go out and talk with Horn, but he will be batting right-handed against the southpaw Horn.
Like this, Michael, you look up the scoreboard, 7-1. You got to realize that every opportunity you have to score runs, you got to take advantage of it. And that's one of these big innings right here. You've got to play some runners here to get back in this game. If you continue to squander the opportunities, no way to fight back from this big of a deficit. to your point, Michael, Domingo's in the minors this year, 341 against righties from the left side, only 213 against lefties.
Here he is against the lefty. Ground ball, fielded there by Valdez. There's one on to first, not in time. Moving to third as Wells.
Domingo's got down the line quick. I mean, this ball was hit hard. It looked like he was actually trying to hit the ball to the right side, trying to find that hole on the right side. Not able to get to the outfield grass. He does have a quick bat, though. You can just tell by contact how quick his bat is.
Now to bring up Rizzo. And a strike. Anthony's 0 for 2 today with a fly ball right and a grounder back to the mound. Up the middle, Story stumbles and gets the out at first to end the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 2 men left on base. We go to the 7th.
1-2. High fly ball. Deep center field. Meadows is there! Parker Meadows thieves a home run from Raleigh. He planted, he jumped, and he made himself into a poster.
All 6'5". Look at this.
And Newbar to center field. Perkins giving it a run. Still back. Perkins leaps. He got it. Blake Perkins. A superhero act out in center field, timed it up perfectly, and that was going to be a home run. He just took one away from Lars Nootbaar. What a play by Blake Perkins out in center. Made it look easy, like he does everything.
Tyler O'Neill has homered on opening day in 4 straight openers. Tyler O'Neill has just set a record by homering in 5 consecutive opening days. He's got it all to himself with a home run here tonight in Seattle.
5 opening days in a row. New record.
Name that Yankee, brought to you by Prevagen. Those are the clues. Paul, you have the answer.
Yeah, it was a big lefty, Andrew Miller. And the home run I was talking about was the next year in the playoffs when Bird took him deep, and we thought we had a first baseman for the future, huh?
Yeah, that was a mystery. I couldn't stay healthy, but when he was healthy, he could play.
He had a beautiful swing. Looked like it was made for Yankee Stadium. Just didn't work out.
Top of the Red Sox order against Tim Mesa here in the 7th. That one is lined into right field. It's a base hit in front of Soto. Leadoff single for Duran. America's Heroes need your help. Donate $11 a month to the Tunnels to Towers Foundation at T2T.org. So here is Devers. He is at the center of what will be the biggest question after the game. Garrett Cole was cruising, pitching a no-hitter through 3 1/3. The only batter he let reach was Devers. He hit him with a pitch with 1 out in the first inning, but with nobody on and 1 man out in the 4th, he intentionally walked Devers. That opened the gates for 3 that inning, and then the next inning 4. And obviously the questions will be, Garrett, did you call that yourself? Did Aaron Boone call it? What's the thought process behind it?
You're still trying to figure that part out, aren't you?
I don't think I ever will. Fly ball center field, Dominguez. Tagging is Duran, and he will go to second base. Heads up base running by Duran.
Yeah, you talk about his speed. I mean, I've watched him throughout the year on video and stuff. I mean, he can do a lot of things. Leading the league in doubles and triples. And this is a play we were taught to go to second base in case there was an error. But Dominguez a little surprised there. Duran just cruises in. But, this is a play made by a lot of good base runners now, tagging up even from first base on those long fly balls. The good thing about this is when you're running from first and the play's in front of you, you can almost read if the ball's going to be close, if it's going to, you can even stop halfway. So a lot goes on in that play where you're pretty much on your own.
And a snap throw by the catcher Wells to get Duran. So he makes a great base running decision, and then
here we go.
Yeah, well, what were you doing there?
You turned your DVR off, right? You don't want to watch this game again?
I do want to watch it. There's some strange things going on.
It's a beautiful day, though. How's that?
Gorgeous day.
Tell me the truth. You're sitting down there with the kids last. Were you doing the play-by-play in your head, or kind of whispering to Charlie, 2-2?
No, but when Judge swung, I just leaned in and said, "See ya."
You did. You threw a see ya.
Yeah, but it wasn't like a.
No one had heard you anyway. The crowd was. I mean, it was
he
crazy.
Heard me.
Nice.
Swing and a miss. O'Neill down on strikes. No runs a hit. Nobody left on base at the end of 6 1/2. It's time for the 7th inning stretch. Red Sox lead 7-1, but we'll stay right here as they honor America in the Bronx.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you rise and remove your caps and please direct your attention to the area behind home plate as the New York Yankees welcome an honored military guest. United States Army Staff Sergeant, 97-year-old Manning Rubin from New York City, who served in World War II. The Yankees say, thank you, Manning, for your sacrifice and service to our nation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please join us in singing along with Robert Merrill's rendition of God Bless America.
Torres has the Yankees' only RBI. Devers, 1 for 3, 2 ribbies, 2 runs scored, hit by pitch, and intentionally walked. Josh Winkowski takes over for the Red Sox. He'll face Volpe, Verdugo, and Torres. Check swing. He did not go. 1-0. 35th game for Winkowski. Missed outside. 2-0. You wonder, with the way the bullpen is pitched, does Cora really feel good about this game right now?
Yeah, the numbers don't lie, huh?
I mean, they had a 4-0 lead going to the bottom of the 7th inning. Last night they blew it. It's 7-1 here today. You know, in other sports like basketball, where you can out-physical somebody, I think a game like last night would bleed into the next day. But in baseball, you're only as good as the next day's starting pitcher, so just an exhilarating victory last night, but it doesn't necessarily carry to today.
Yeah, I mean, you felt it coming into the ballpark today and through the fans, but you're right. After a couple pitches, a couple innings, it's all gone.
Well, fans, spend your Sunday with Yes as the Yankees and the Red Sox wrap up this 4-game set right here in the Bronx. Coverage begins at 12:30 with Audi batting practice in the pregame. And first pitch is scheduled for shortly after 1:30 on Yes and the Yes app. Here's Alex Verdugo, 1 for 1 with a walk. One and 0. Strike 1-1. You know, you've told me about this before, but do you remember what happened on this day in 1994?
94? Man, put me on the spot.
Bud Selig called off baseball.
Oh, yeah, that was, you talk about a broken heart. That was really the turnaround. I thought it was 1994, where you talk about chemistry on a team just out of nowhere.
Well, you guys were leading your division and had the best record in the American League. The Expos had the best record in the National League, and after the work stoppage, he said that's it. There will be no season and no postseason.
Yeah, and none of us expected that. We always thought, somehow, some way this will get done. It always does, right? But that was so final. It's just like, what do you mean? Like, it went all the way into the next spring training.
The 2-2. Now an announced crowd today of 46,378. So that's the 16th sellout this year, and it puts the Yankees over 3 million for the season, and it's the 24th season of over 3 million. So excluding 2020, that was the COVID year, and 2021, where there was not full capacity. There are now 24 straight seasons for the Yankees since 1999, and they've topped 3 million.
Yeah, it's impressive. I thought the crowds this year have been the best as far as into the game, waiting late in the game. Obviously, Soto and Judge, people stick around to see their last at-bats, but I think the crowds have been phenomenal this year. Huh?
They've been terrific. Now, Meredith, you spoke to Clark Schmidt about the crowd, right? Two-way. I think Meredith spoke to him.
I did. Some technical difficulties back here, guys, but we are back in the mix, kind of echoing what Paul said, and that he didn't just think it was yesterday when Judge hit that grand slam. He thought it's been all season long that this crowd has been into it. They've been loud, and he said they don't know how much we as players feed off of that energy. And really now in September, he said you can tell it's amplifying even more. And the players certainly love it when this crowd gets loud, especially here at home.
And the Yankee fans travel well, too. Sometimes they turn visiting ballparks into their own advantage. Two and 0. There's a strike to Glaber. Glaber is 1 for 3. Fly ball to right. RBI single to right. And then he grounded into a 4-6 fielder's choice. Hitting .250, 13 homers, and 58 runs batted in. Count 2-2 on the Yankee second baseman. So the count is full. Soto's on deck. And Gleyber Torres works a walk.
Again, the typical at bat where, you know, he's seen 4, 5, 6 pitches in at bat and ends up on a walk here.
Soto 0 for 3. 1-0. On 1. His next walk will be his 120th of the year. He has 199 career home runs, 39 on the season. He and Judge have become the first pair of teammates with the Yankees to have over 100 ribbies and over 100 walks in the same season. You have to go all the way back to Ruth and Gehrig.
We've heard that tandem a lot on the graphics this year, huh? Ruth and Gehrig, Judge and Soto.
2-2 as he fouls that one into the upper deck on the third base side. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first base. 7-1 Red Sox, bottom of the 7th. Right in on the hands and fouled away. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Punched out by Tom Payne to end the inning. And Soto in disbelief. Yankee strand 1. We go to the 8th.
High lift the opposite way. MJ Melendez is into the corner, and you talk about a basket catch, and it's true as form. Hot start for that guy out there. Again, this one a little straightened out a little bit more. Let's see, into the corner. What we got? He's got both. He got them both. Jerry, give that man a contract.
And it literally was just a century of working on the field that led to the crowd. Here's a high drive to deep right field, and Brendan Donovan, an Alabama native, crushes a home run. He is the first Alabama player to play in an American League, National League, Major League game here at Rickwood Field. And how about him going deep? There will be moments in this game that are moments in regular season games that won't have as big a meaning, I guarantee.
It's time for the Audi Electric Moment. Experience a fully electric Audi vehicle at your local Tri-State Audi dealer today.
Yeah, this was ultimately the hit that ran Garrett Cole out of the game. Yoshida's ran really good against the Yankees. Never recovered. Gave up 7 runs, which just doesn't go in the same sentence as Garrett Cole, huh?
Well, he'd given up 7 in the previous 7 games combined. 0-1 on Yoshida, leading off the 8th inning. It's 7-1 Red Sox. Yankees have taken the first 2 games of this 4-game set. 0-2. Ground ball Rizzo to Meza covering, and he beats Yoshida to the bag. 1 away. That'll bring up Abreu, and let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. In the outfield, he flashed some leather and an arm.
Yeah, he's played a couple good plays here. Right there, a good throw to second base, and we saw the replay. Verdugo had slipped a little bit, and then going down the line, tough play, believe me. He made them both.
He'll come up with 1 on, or 1 out, and nobody on. One and one. Jackknifes out of the way.
We have to fight so hard to stay in against lefties, and you know, you see so many breaking balls, and then all of a sudden you see one up and in that doesn't break away. Wow, it gets your attention, believe me.
So much stress on the knees when you get out of the way that way. To catch your leg underneath you. Fortunately, he's okay. The 2-1. And a strike, 2-2. Red Sox come into action today, 4.5 games out of the final wild card spot, and they have to jump 3 teams in order to get into that. And Boston has not played well of late, 4-9 since August 31st and 7-14 since August 23rd.
Yeah, they were kind of dead in the water, and then they went through that hot streak, and all of a sudden we were knocking on the door at the wild card, and then, you know, have kind of fell apart again.
Chisholm gets Abreu. 2 down. 1-2 on Casas. Casas is 0 for 3. 2 strikeouts and a double play ground ball. Lined into center field. That's a base hit for the Red Sox first baseman.
You were talking about he was having a tough day, Michael, but you know what? Your last at bat sometimes can send you home in a better mood. This is an absolute rocket up the middle. Brings Trevor Story to the plate. He's done a pretty good job here, Michael. He's at 3 1/3 right now. An opportunity to get out of this inning and give Aaron Boone 3 2/3. It's a good outing.
Grounded and past to diving Chisholm. A base hit for Story. That's his 3rd hit of the afternoon as Casas moves to second.
Yeah, Story's looked really good at the plate. I mean, he's put the ball in play hard, finding a hole there on the left side. The Boston faithful can only dream about, if he could stay healthy, what he could help this team do.
Well, they're pushing Mesa here because, you know, the bullpen's been overused of late, and they're trying to get every out they can. That's why they had a 2-inning save for Luke Weaver yesterday. They've just used the bullpen so much out of necessity, and even Aaron Boone said that's why he kept Schmidt in as long as he did yesterday.
Yeah, Weaver was really impressive. You look at 35 pitches, and they were high leverage, high octane pitches. So a great performance from him last night.
Get Spectrum with fast and reliable internet for $39.99 a month. Plus, advanced Wi-Fi and a free unlimited mobile line, both free for 12 months. Visit Spectrum.com today.
So first and second, 2 men out here in the 8th. It's 7-1 Red Sox over the Yankees. Here's Danny Jansen. Jansen's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Casas at second, Story's at first. And a strike from Mesa. It goes around and the count 0-2 on Jansen. The lefty sets and deals. Missed the outside corner, 1-2. Fly ball to the right of center field. And Dominguez puts it away, and that'll do it. Red Sox get 2 hits, but they leave 2. 7-1 Boston.
Now it's time for Eyes on the Ball Player. Can you find Carlos Correa in this photo of Twins fans?
Carlos Correa with a rocket.
Boy, he can play some kind of shortstop.
Doing it with the bat, he's doing it with the glove.
And a great catch made by Carlos Correa. What a play by Carlos Correa. Diving catch by Carlos Correa. Deep it goes and gone. The man stays red hot. C4 locked in.
And there he is.
De La Cruz rolls one. That is through. Pitch called a strike. Throw down is late. Opposite way. That is down. Base hit. Takes off. No throw. There goes De La Cruz. Called strike. Throw down. Late. De La Cruz. He takes off. Pitch swing and a miss. Throw down. It's wide.
And he's on for the 4th time today. Chop to third. Backhand. Short way to second. Bobbled. The De La Cruz effect. He speeds you up.
It's this ball hard, way back to right field. Soto doesn't even move. Ohtani has homered in the All-Star game. 28 so far in the regular season. And in his second at-bat in the All-Star game, he launches a no-doubt 3-run home run.
Well, he is so strong, so tall, and has leverage with that bat in the zone. I believe he gets a split in the middle of the plate and didn't miss it. He hasn't missed many with the Dodgers.
Calls that one a strike. 0-2. Judge is 0 for 3 today. He didn't like that call. One and 2. Two and 2 on Judge. Judge struck out looking in the first. Fly ball right down the line at the wall in right field in the third. And then a fly ball, kind of a line drive to center field in the sixth. That's a line drive. Left center field, splits the outfielders, and it goes to the wall. So Judge starts off the 8th inning with a double.
Another good swing by Aaron Judge. And you know how many at-bats where he gets 0-2, they waste a couple pitches, get him back in a hitter's count, and this is what happens. Just lined into left center field.
Well, that double knocks out Winkowski. Cora goes to the mound, takes the ball, calls to the bullpen. Wells coming up with a runner on second, nobody out.
Well hit deep right. The power of De La Cruz. 4 extra base hits. He just crushed his second homer of the game. What a souvenir. Reds get one back in a big way. His 3rd career multi-home run game.
You knew it was just set yesterday, the way the game went on. Soto drives that in the air to left field, and it is gone. Soto drives that the other way again. Guess what? Juan Soto goes oppo again. Soto drives it in the air, deep right field. He has done it again.
Come out to Yankee Stadium on Wednesday, September 25th, and celebrate the 10th anniversary of Derek Jeter's last hit at Yankee Stadium with a special bobblehead. First 18,000 guests in attendance receive a Derek Jeter final Yankee Stadium hit bobblehead, courtesy of TikTok. Tickets are going fast, so get yours today at Yankees.com. Nice story happening right now. Zach Penrod comes on, and he's making his major league debut at the age of 27. He's had quite a journey to get to the big leagues, which we will detail as we move along. But he was called up today, making his major league debut. And the pitch to Wells is a strike. He was a two-way player at Corbin University, an NAIA school in Oregon. Then he transferred to Division II Northwest Nazarene University. When undrafted in 2018, signed with the Rangers, pitched in 4 games in rookie ball. Then, of course, Tommy John surgery. And after the Tommy John surgery in 2019, he was released. He moved back home to Idaho and worked at his dad's construction company installing floors. Kept his arm sharp, throwing at his high school to his younger brother and friends. Came back in 2021 in independent ball with the Boise Hawks of the Pioneer League. Pitched in indie ball in 22 and 23, then signed with the Red Sox last August. And here he is.
That's a long story to get to the major leagues.
Yeah. 27 years old. Just missed. You think he's feeling his legs right now?
Yeah, you know what? It's when you live out a dream that he's, not the usual route. I mean, this has got to be a thrill for him.
The 2-2. Sky the other way, and in the seats out of play.
There's this one problem with the Yankees lineup at this point. I mean, when you get down, all of a sudden you can start matching up lefties. And you've got Wells, Chisholm, lefty, and then Dominguez, who hits better as a lefty, and then Rizzo. So you really got a good lane for any lefty to come in this part of the lineup today.
And Wells goes down on strikes, so Penrod's first batter, he strikes him out.
Gets around a little cut fastball. Swing and a miss.
So here's Chisholm. So making things even more interesting, so Cam Boozer and Zach Kelly sent down after the game last night. And Penrod and Bailey Horn got the word last night about 10:30. They caught a 5:30 a.m. flight to New York. And now, to make it even weirder,
this goes on.
Big week for Zach. He and his wife, Kyla, had a baby daughter last Friday.
Oh, my goodness.
It's all happening.
Life's coming at him in every
fast.
direction.
Two and one on Chisholm. Judge is at second with one man out. Two. Swing and a miss. He strikes out Chisholm.
You don't see a lot like the lefty on lefty changeups, but there's a good changeup there. Just Chisholm out in front. Good circle changeup. This ball actually kind of tails away from Chisholm.
So here is Dominguez. And you're right, Paul, from cleanup down to 9, it's just too much of a lane for a lefty pitcher. The only true right-handed hitter is Volpe. Because although, when we mentioned this, Dominguez is a switch hitter, he doesn't hit well from the right side. That's why Stanton breaks all of this up. If, when Stanton's in the lineup, it kind of scares you into bringing a lefty.
Yeah, I mean, you've got Stanton out of the lineup today, so obviously, you're kind of one-sided. Also, look at Boston's lineup. Their starting lineup, they had 6 left-handers in the lineup against Cole today.
Well, they have a bench in a lineup that's very match-upable. Allows Core to make a lot of moves, and sometimes will make them very early. 2-2. 3-2 on Jason Dominguez. And the payoff. Foul back here. Out of play. Popped up and out of play. And he walked him. Pitch up and in. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the New York Yankees. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. Trip to the mound by Danny Jansen. Major League debut for Zach Penrod. Struck out the first 2 batters he faced, then walked Dominguez. Yankees have runners on first and second. 2 outs, Anthony Rizzo at the plate. Former Yankee Greg Weissert getting hot. And the pitch to Rizzo. Checks the swing. He does not go, and the count 1-0. That one goes into the Yankee dugout. One and two.
This is usually when Anthony Rizzo will choke up on the bat and try to use the left side of the field, especially against lefties with 2 strikes here.
Foul back. And the pitch outside. 2-2. The Yankees looking for base runners. They're down by 6. First and second with 2 outs. A 2-2 count on Rizzo. And the count is full, so that's going to release Judge at second and Dominguez at first.
One big swing make this a little bit more interesting, huh?
Rizzo has not had a home run since coming off the IL. He has 8 on the year. Runners go. Popped up. And Story endeavors holds on. He was about to drop the ball, and he held on for the final out. And Story goes down now, getting to his feet. This is how close the inning came to continuing. Who's going to get it? Bobble. And finally he catches it.
The Phillies than anybody else. That one's out to left. That's pretty well hit. Hernandez is going back on the run out to the scoreboard, and it is gone! Swinging a hot shot out toward right center field. That's got a chance. It is gone! Out to center field. That one's well hit. Going back as Pages. It is gone! He's hit one to left. He's hit one to right. And now he hits one to center field. That one is blasted deep to right field, and the Phillies get this road trip off on a good note. It's his 12th leadoff home run of the year. Oh, man, he drills one to deep right field, and that one is gone. His second home run of the game, and a high fly ball to deep right field. They've come all the way back. Kyle Schwarber's third home run of the night. Unbelievable.
You talk about making a statement.
Here's a drive, sucked the other way to left field deep. Palacios back. It is gone! Rafi Devers has done it. He has set a new Red Sox record by homering in 6 consecutive games. He goes awful against Taj Bradley. Goodness gracious, he is some kind of hot.
History. We're looking at Red Sox history. This has never happened in the history of the Boston Red Sox.
Raffaello with a fly ball to right field, tagging up. It'll be Yoshida. He will scamper in to score. And there's a shot down the line. He hooks that one all the way to the track.
They have a day, Sadon. Doubled. It clears them.
And that ball is out of here. What a day for Sadon Raffaello. There's a drive. That one's...
All fans, stay tuned today for the W.B. Mason Yankees postgame as Bob Lorenz, Jack Curry, and Nick Swisher will have highlights and analysis. Meredith Morakovitz get player interviews in the clubhouse. We'll hear from Aaron Boone on the manager's report. That's all coming up next on Yes and the Yes app. Romy Gonzalez is pinch hitting for Valdez. And Meza is still out there. Check that, Tim Hill. Saw a lefty. Just figured it was still Meza.
Yeah, Meza gave them 3 2/3. I mean, that was a big pickup for Aaron Boone. Now they're bullpen for tomorrow, and then you've got the off day on Monday.
Now, one quick programming note. Immediately following the game, it's Bronze Buds. Oh. And then the post-game effort. Bronze Buds.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think Swisher's okay with that. It'll be bouncing off the walls, huh?
They might just put him in this this Bronze Bud episode. Swing and a miss. Gonzalez down on strikes. So I had to go to the dentist this morning because I had a cracked tooth and got a West Coast swing coming up. And
you want to look good?
No, I didn't want to look. I didn't want to be in pain. And so my dentist, who happens to be my brother-in-law, shoot me up with Novocaine.
That's always fun.
Grounded to Volpe. And a nice scoop by Rizzo to get Duran. And like he's shooting all this Novocaine. And I said, I can't feel my tongue and my lip. He goes, yeah, I got a drill. I said, I got a game to do. He goes, it should wear off by 1. I said, it should?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Novocaine. I should have known this in our pregame. I would have had some tongue twisters ready for you.
I wouldn't have felt it. But it did wear off by game time. There's Devers.
You know, ideally, Michael, and you know, no joking aside, the last thing you want to do this time of the year is take off for the West Coast. You would hope at this point of the year that all your long trips are over.
Right.
You know, after you've got a home game tomorrow, and then you've got 6 at home, 6 on the road. That's it, 12 games.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, getting on that flight this time of year, flying out to Seattle, on to Oakland, you know, it makes it tough. But you know, the playoff run takes away all that.
I wonder if I'm going to get emotional last time I walk into that Oakland Coliseum.
You know what? You might be the last person to because that's not a baseball park.
Now, I'll tell you what. I'm not being flippant. I feel bad for the people of Oakland.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they're great fans.
Absolutely.
But that ballpark is not a jewel.
No.
And Devers walks, and he's not too happy as Hill stares right at him. And now the Red Sox dugout is screaming at Marvin Hudson. He said it was over the plate. And Devers keeps looking into the Yankee dugout. And a pitch clock violation. So the count is 0-1. That's on O'Neill. He wasn't engaged with Tim Hill. Things get a little chippy.
Yeah, I think they were trying to protect Devers, and then O'Neill was letting them get, you know, what they wanted to say off their chest, and then they called him for a pitch clock violation.
Well, bottom of the 9th inning, it's going to be Volpe, Verdugo, and Torres. They are not holding Devers on at first. Right back to Hill. Flips to Rizzo, and that's going to do it. Here in the top of the 9th, stranded is Devers with a bemused look on his face.
Libera tu espíritu ganador. Apuestas deportivas y cientos de juegos de casino. Disfruta de pagos en minutos, una plataforma segura y atención personalizada en todo momento. Pronostica, diviértete y lleva tu pasión al siguiente nivel. Betcris.
1-2. High fly ball. Deep center field. Meadows is there! Parker Meadows thieves a home run from Raleigh. He planted, he jumped, and he made himself into a poster.
All 6'5". Look at this.
And Lawrence Butler sends one out towards center field, and it's going to get in the bullpen. Lawrence Butler with another homer. And Lawrence Butler to left field and tracking back at the wall, jumping. It's gone. That has been their calling card. Is he going to make it 3? Lawrence Butler, second deck. He has...
Well, it's time for the Chevy plays of the game, Paul.
Yeah, we go back to the 4th inning, and this is what started it all. The pitcher intentionally walking, then Yoshida doubled down the line, and Abreu with another hit. Things kind of unraveled, and I'm sure we haven't heard the last of this. See Aaron Boone going down in the tunnel with Garrett Cole after that inning.
You know, that was only Cole's second intentional walk since 2018. What he did was he intentionally walked Ji-Man Choi in the 2020 ALDS opener against Tampa Bay. Choi had just homered off him. Then he walked Choi to load the bases with 2 outs in the 5th and a 4-3 lead. Then he struck out Manuel Margot to end the inning. Greg Weissert will take over to try to get the final 3 outs. '55th game for Weissert. Volpe 1 for 3 today. And there's a strike. Anthony in his last 10 games now is 4 for his last 32. Gonzalez takes over at second after pinch hitting for Valdez. Yankees down by 6. Last licks here in the bottom of the 9th inning. That one's popped up. You heard, Casas got it. One away. And here is Verdugo. Verdugo 1 for 2 with a walk. And a strike. Red Sox trying to go 1 game over 500. They're 74-74. Yankees are 86-62. Grounded to short. Story. 2 away. Yankees will be keeping a close eye on the Baltimore-Detroit game, which starts around 6 o'clock in the Motor City. Detroit shut them out 1-0 yesterday. Yankees came into the day 3 games up in the American League East. So after a loss, if they don't come back, it'll be 2.5, and depend to see what Baltimore does against Detroit tonight. 0-1 on Torres. Torres 1 for 3 with a walk. He's driven in the Yankee-only run. Single right in the 3rd. And that scored Volpe. Yankees had a 1-0 lead heading into that fateful 4th. Then the Red Sox scored 3 in the 4th and then 4 in the 5th. And that's the scoring in the game right now. Yankees 5 hits, 1 run. The Red Sox 9 hits, 7 runs. And the Red Sox have committed 2 errors. Strike 3, ball game, and the Yankees lose 7-1. So after an exhilarating victory last night, the Yankees kind of leg an egg today with their best pitcher on the mound, their ace. But that's what happens in baseball. You never can tell, and a 7-1 loss.
Yeah, I mean, there are going to be questions to be answered, obviously. Aaron Boone will have to answer them. Garrett Cole will. But you know what? You're down to the part of the season that you have an opportunity to win 3 out of 4 of this series. You come out and have a good game tomorrow. That's the way you look at it. Nothing you can do about today's game. It's gone.
All right, we'll come back, hand out an award or 2, and then Bronx Bucks in the postgame after that. Red Sox win 7-1.
We do not mess up your name. We pride ourselves here on MLB Central.
That's right.
Right?
That's
on
right.
getting them right. We have a little game for you. Are you ready? Lower Lau had his first big league hit against Nathan Eovaldi.